Hi, I'm Tanner with Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. Today we're going to go over a unit. This unit showed up last week. Again, it is a sold unit. This was a custom order, but it gives us that chance to show you guys some really cool stuff that we don't typically do on inventory trailers. It's a 2026 Cimarron Norstar 4-horse gooseneck. It is our double tack setup, so our walk-through tack. You're going to have a tack door on each side. Again, one of our most popular setups by far. I'd say probably our most popular. We have 3 of these going just this week. But this is a really cool tack setup. Again, this is a sold unit, but really cool options on this trailer. We'll start off here at our tack room. Again, dual tack setup, so you're gonna have mirror image tacks on both sides. For this setup, we go with a 42-inch door. The reason we do the 42-inch door is, as you can see, we have the big swing out saddle rack. We could fit that swing out saddle rack on a smaller door, but we give you guys a bigger door because, as you can see, with your saddles on here, you can still walk in and out of the trailer. We figured giving you guys a bigger door allows you guys to, be able to leave your saddles swung out, walk back and forth, between that door without having to constantly swing those big heavy saddles in and out. So again, you have a 3-tier swing out on this trailer. These are fully adjustable. We can add blanket bars to these if you want. We can make them modular. They adjust up and down. We can add more saddle racks. Again, fully customizable, fully adjustable. They run on a gas piston. So you get some big heavy saddles on here. Once you start pushing this thing in, those pistons are gonna kick in and they'll help swing in. Same thing when you pull that out, those big gas pistons are gonna help pull that out. We do a fold up step on all of our trailers. Again, custom order, but on our inventories as well. Always on our tack rooms, we're gonna have a fold up step. It makes it a lot easier to get in and out of these trailers with your heavy saddles. Also, by doing this extra large door, it allows us to take those blanket bars and mount them to the door itself versus having to take up, saddle rack space or find a different space for them. We can do these blanket bars on a 42-inch wide door. Blanket bars themselves will mount to a gas piston as well. I love this because you can slide those blankets straight on. If you've ever tried to slide blankets on, something that's hard mounted against a wall like that, once you get your first or second set of pads on there, getting your third and fourth, is almost impossible. They're having to fight the blankets, they're fighting the door, so allowing that to come out, you can slide everything straight on and then pinch them over against the door. Really, really simple, feature that really, really helps you guys out. On each door, we are gonna have a 3-compartment brush tray. Again, it's gonna contain them to 1 of 3 compartments. So you have drain holes. We forget stuff in our trailers all the time. So you're talking fly spray, show sheen, anything like that. Man, everything's gonna freeze at some point. If it breaks, freezes, leaks, it will contain it and allow it to drain, so not everything in that brush tray is getting nasty. We do have a 16-inch LED light here above our entrance to this tack. Again, giving you guys plenty of light to see what you're doing coming out of the trailer, in the trailer. It's icy like we are this morning. You'll be able to see stuff like that and, be a little more user-friendly for you guys, help avoid accidents if we can. But again, lighting these trailers up early morning and late nights for you guys while you're traveling. In our tack room itself, big upgrade. I love this new product we've been doing on all our floors. This is our diamond tread blight. You can get it in a couple variations. Lately it's been all this, diamond style tread blight. Sometimes it'll come in a coin style, but again, great floor. It's super easy to clean compared to your rubber mats. It gives you almost the benefits of both. You get the benefits of the rubber mats in far as, it's durable, it's tacky, it's not slippy, but it's not as tacky enough to where it's hard to clean. You can sweep this out, you can vacuum out super easy. You're not having to worry about carpet staining, you're not gonna have to worry about stuff sticking to the rubber. It's kind of the best of both worlds, and it's a great product, super easy to clean. Looks really sharp too. Front side of this trailer, we are a carpeted gooseneck drop wall, carpeted deck. We do have an LED light situated in our nose. Again, casting some light up there. It can get kind of dark in these goosenecks. So again, if you're weekending out of this thing, you're throwing a mattress up there or whatever you may be storing up there, again, you're gonna have enough light to be able to see what you guys are doing. We do have, I believe this is an 18-inch boot box. So again, extra large boot box. It's fully carpeted. We're carpeted inside. We have some miscellaneous boxes for stuff that goes with the trailer in there. But again, carpet base is fully removable. So if you get, nasty, dusty stuff, if you're throwing horse boots in there over time and it gets nasty, you can easily pull that out of there, clean that carpet base and get it nice and clean again. Above our camera here, we do have our shelf. It is a 2-inch, that is a lip there. So you got a 2-inch lip, rubber base. So again, anything you throw up there, it's not gonna roll off. It's not gonna move around. You can throw hat boxes up there. I always usually throw a hat box up there, throw a set of boots up there, hang all your show clothes right there. It's up, out of the way. It's nice and neat. That leads us over to here. We are pre-framed here for an AC. Now this is something we are gonna do pretty much on every single inventory unit. Even if you custom order a trailer, you don't necessarily ask for that, we're probably gonna throw it in. It's basically no cost to you guys, but it allows you guys to go ahead and add an AC in these trailers in the future. At some point, anyone owning a horse trailer is usually probably gonna consider at least getting a living quarters, a weekend or something at that point. But if you already have a trailer sitting there that's ready to go and set up like a weekender, you might save a ton of money and be able to just keep rolling in your same trailer. So we are pre-framed for an AC. You can easily go in, cut out, drop an AC, and then all you have to do is add the wiring. You're not having to add extra framing and reframe the trailer like you typically would. So it's something we're gonna do on every single inventory unit, and most of the time we're gonna even just throw it on your order trailers. It's something you're never going to notice. It's no cost to you, and it's super easy to do in these trailers. And again, behind me, we'll show a good outside view once we get there, but kind of matchy of the driver's side. We have same swing out. Your blanket bar is going to be the door, everything like that. So again, match, we'll show you guys once we get around to the outside. Behind me, for kind of more tack setup, we are dual bridle hooks. So we have a fully carpeted partition wall, bridle hooks high, bridle hooks low. Again, we'd like to carpet behind these bridle hooks. It helps deaden that noise for your horses. Quieter we can make it for your horses, the better they're going to haul. So this is going to keep that noise from, you know, echoing to that back side of the wall where your horses are hauling. Same time, it's going to keep that wall looking nice and neat. If it didn't have this carpet here, your bridles would just be rubbing on the painted sheets and scratch them up. Sheets would scratch your bridles up. So again, it gives us 3 benefits. It looks really sharp. We can add as many of these as you want. They're super easy to add, but again, really help deadening that noise for your horses. We're really big on making your horses haul better. I mean, that's what the trailer's for. Again, it's for you guys, but more so it's for your horses. And then in our dead corner here behind that swing out, we do have a 25-gallon corner water tank. Again, you can take water from home with you, pour some product in there if your horses, you know, are kind of stingy like mine and don't like to drink water when they go places. You know, I always do a little bit of Gatorade and some water and make them drink easy like that. But again, always important to be able to take some water with you, and it's a really nice place to hide that in that dead corner of this trailer. You look at that gas piston up there. Again, that's just kind of what operates the saddle racks. And we have LED lights above each door. Again, plenty of light in this tack room. We have 3 giant LEDs in this tack room. Really giving you guys plenty of light. Outside of the trailer here, big upgrade we did is we do have drop windows on all of our hip windows. Standard is going to be big style sliders. You can do alternating drops and sliders. We opted for, or I guess the customer opted for full drops on this hip. It's really the best setup if you're wanting to move a ton of air. You can see just how open it opens up the side of the trailer. They're easy to operate. You're not having to mess with sliders, locks, anything like that. You can just drop these down and have full access. You're moving a ton of air through this trailer, especially when you have your drops and your head done. So again, huge upgrade, but really worth it in my opinion. Another big upgrade the customer did that you can see really easy is we do have a custom sized hay rack on this trailer, and customer opted to not sheet it so it doesn't match the sheets on your outside. So we can do these a couple ways. We can do them bare like this. We can do a color match sheet where they would line it with white sheets. We can do an integrated or a non-integrated pot as well, and those are the ones with the lid. Cool thing about how this is designed is you do have grooves cut in here, so if the customer ever decides, hey, I want to add some sheets to there, they will easily slip right into this trailer and you can get that added after the fact really easily. We are 7.5 wide on this trailer, so you get your full length running board and fender flare. Again, it's not as wide as your 610. You get a little more space in your horse compartment, and again, it's a really slick setup. So we're 7.5 wide, we're 7'1" tall, so we're standard height, extra wide. We're on 2 7,000-pound Dexter rubber torsion axles. These are our aluminum spoke wheels. Again, if you guys are ordering a trailer, you're going to get some options. You can do aluminum spoke, you can do aluminum black spoke, you can jump up to our SRW mods. We can do a full Alcoa set on here for you guys. You're also going to get the option to pick your guys' tire sizes. So you see 15-inch, we really don't do a lot because they're on our really tiny trailers, but you'll get a 16-inch, 17.5, you can go to 19.5, you can add air ride. So again, you can fully customize these trailers if you guys want, as far down to, you know, what kind of axles you want, how you want the axles set up. We are on this trailer optioned with an amber turn signal. So again, you guys turn your blinker on, it's a bigger trailer. Everyone next to you is going to see that turn signal going off. Be able to know that you're wanting to get over versus having to, you know, look around your trailer to see your tail lights. We are optioning this pretty much as standard on any of our trailers that are over 25 foot long. But again, you guys don't have to. If you're ordering a trailer and it's, you know, 10 foot long, we can throw a turn signal on. We can do whatever you guys like. Come around to our load side of this trailer. We are 7.5 wide with a 60-40 split rear door. This setup is almost the perfect scenario I like doing a 60-40 on. You don't get a huge giant, you know, right side door here on your load side door to where the wind is going to rip it away from you, but it does give you a bigger door doing a 60-40 setup. So it's super easy to load in here. We do have a folding tack wall. Again, perfect place to store some stuff here. If you're wanting, you know, haul an ATV, UTV, you can easily fold this out of the way or remove it really easy. But again, it's our 40 side, so our door will pin right to that and keep that all sealed off. Big load side again because we are 7.5 wide and did opt for that 60-40. Now, if you go 8 wide, I would suggest doing a double door because you don't want, you know, a giant door that wind can really grip and rip. Big upgrade customer did here is our Werm flooring. Again, besides the drop windows, this is probably, I would suggest this on every single trailer in my opinion. I mean, Cimarron has the strongest floor. They're on 4-inch centers. Most manufacturers, you know, are 12, 16-inch centers. On a 4-inch center, no matter where your horse stands on a Cimarron floor, they are standing over a support beam. You go ahead and throw a Werm on top of that, you're never gonna have to worry about corrosion. It's adding some insulation factor to that floor, and it's giving your horse some padding. And again, great product, easy to repair. If you ever have a horse that paws in place, you can easily repair this. I mean, it's a great product, and you never have to worry about, you know, pulling mats out of your trailer, having to clean and wash, and ever, you know, worrying about your floor going bad. It's a great product. It's probably, I'll suggest it on every single trailer. But as we get in here, again, pretty standard 4-horse stuff. Any Cimarron you get in the Norstar model is going to come fully insulated in the horse compartment. Now that's roof, that's walls. You throw the Werm on there, you're heading, you're kind of insulated in your floor as well. But no matter what Cimarron you get, whether it's, you know, this Norstar horse model, your livestock models, and your Lone Stars, your Steerwalts, stuff like that, or even in your Transtar model, your toy hauler model, stuff like that, you are getting a one-piece insulated roof. So again, this insulated roof, it's a polycarbonate roof, so it's going to take substantial hail. It gives you an insulation factor. And again, it is one piece, so you're not having to worry about any seams leaking, any seals, anything like that. With the exception of if you guys are building like a giant trailer that's over like 45 foot long, we can't get these sheets on a trailer to get it to the factory that big. So if it's over, I believe it's 45 feet, you will get one seam, and it will usually be split at either this partition wall or it will be split at your drop wall where your gooseneck extends over your bed. So again, that's the one exception. We just can't get sheets legally down the highway that long. So if you're over, I believe it's 45 foot length, you will have one seam, and they will usually split it over a wall. But again, one piece insulated roof, it's a great product. You're fully insulated in here. I mean, it is going to keep it about 30% cooler in the summer, 30% warmer in the winter. It's a great product. Cimarron does a great job. But other than that, we're pretty standard in here. We have our stud stall up front. These are the solid type dividers. You get a couple options as well. If you guys are wanting to build, you'll be able to select between the solid type, airflow, if you want them gel barred in the back. I mean, you can do some pretty cool stuff. But we have a solid type divider, stud divider. They all are padded. Something new I point out now is they are no longer plastic rivets. They are metal rivets. That was a concern to some customers, and honestly a concern of mine. They would break over time. But now that we've had these metal rivets, we have had zero problems, and it's a great little upgrade Cimarron did. Another customer upgrade, we do have cab fans for each one of these stalls. Again, these are switched on back there by our cameras. They will run off the battery power of the trailer. You can turn them on back there and they will all turn on, or you can come in here if you only want one or two on, and they will be individually switched as well. So you can only have 2 on, 1 on if that's something you needed. Opti-Bright lights, 1 for each stall, so we have 4 back here. Standard, you really only need probably 2 in here, but with 4 in here, I mean, you're gonna have plenty of light. It's gonna be great. It's a great setup, adding 1 per stall. If I'm custom ordering trailers, I always suggest 1 per stall. Inventory purposes, we bounce around. You know, we'll do 2, 4 sometimes, but for custom orders, I mean, you're building, you know, the trailer, your dreams. We like to set them up for you guys to use for a long time. So 4 lights, I mean, it's a tiny upgrade that makes this trailer great. We do have kick mat running all the way, so you're gonna have a couple options. We usually go for the highest option, which will come up 54 inches. You will get kick mat wrapped all the way around. So again, you have a horse that kicks, anything like that, they're tearing away at the rubber. They're not hitting directly on your trailer. And again, a great setup in here. Cimarron does a great job in their stall areas. On the back side, we do have 2 8-inch LED lights here for loading. Can give you guys plenty of light loading and offloading. Brake lights high. You will have brake lights. They're hidden behind the door right here as well. There'll be brake lights high, brake lights on your sidewalls. They will have reverse lights built into them as well. So again, you throw your truck in reverse, the white interior part of those brake lights is going to kick on and cast a light back here, so you guys can see what you're doing when you're backing up, stuff like that. So move around to the head side of this trailer. Again, it's going to look pretty similar to that hip side. Drop windows here, escape door. Something you guys probably haven't seen a ton. It's one of the few trailers that have finally got our Cimarron feed door screens, our drop window screens. For a long time, Cimarron, I mean, we've had window screens from Cimarron, but they were bolt on. They would fasten to the divider themselves. Once you got them in there, there was probably 16 rivets holding them on. You couldn't just easily take them off. They got with Professional's Choice. They designed these. They're fly mask material. I mean, they are super, they're probably the stoutest Velcro I've ever seen in my life. We were trying to put these on yesterday. But once you get them on there, they're not coming off. You can easily take them off if you guys want it. I mean, it's a great product. I believe this is maybe the 3rd trailer we've had them on, but they're super cool. People have been asking for them for a long time. They're actually designed just to fit these Cimarron windows. So they're gonna follow your arch and everything like that. They're designed to fit your jail bars here. So Cimarron's big drop windows, your jail bars will drop. They designed them to fit with those. I mean, they're a super cool product. They work flawlessly with the windows, and they're gonna keep road debris from getting in there with your horses, stuff like that, and they look really sharp. And again, big Cimarron drops here, 7.5 wides. You have the same running board, same axle setup. Only difference on this side is you are gonna get your escape door. Again, giving you guys easy access in that stall area. With that stud wall, you're going to easily be able to, you know, store totes, store grain, store hay if you're only hauling 3 horses. If you're hauling 4, you have the hay rack up top with plenty of storage, but again, super easy access into this trailer from the outside. Emergency situation, you can always jump horses off. Again, I like it more so for that storage factor. A lot of times you'll buy one more horse than you need on a trailer. That's kind of what I always suggest. Say you have, you know, 3 horses you're hauling all the time, I'll always say get a 4 horse, just because you're going to have extra stuff to take with you, and at some point you're always going to get that 4th horse, and that way you're not having to buy a new trailer, you know, every time you upgrade horses. And again, great option. We do have a Cimarron drop window built into that door as well. Oops. And again, it will have that smaller setup, new Cimarron fly shield as well. So again, great product. We can auction these on trailers now. If you're ordering a trailer, we can get them for you. If you have a trailer and you want them, give our parts department a call. They can give you guys these. Again, super, super cool. We finally have these. We've been asking for them for a long time, and we finally have them. Here on our front tack, again, same setup of that driver's side. We're gonna have swing out saddle rack, LED light up top, fold up step, same blanket bar setup, same brush tray setup. Again, really popular just because, like, right now it's sunny on the other side of this trailer. You don't have to worry about hauling your tack all the way around this trailer. You can just saddle on the sunny side because you have the tack over there. Or if you're a husband and wife combo, or you have a couple kids that like to keep their stuff separate, again, they can saddle off opposite sides, keep their stuff organized on opposite sides. Really great setup. I mean, if I was traveling, again, this would kind of be my setup, especially with me and my brother. He could keep all his stuff over there, I could keep my stuff over here. We're not getting mix and match. All our bridles are, you know, on the side we need them on. An upgrade that's hard to see in these videos just because it's tucked away behind these open doors. We do have combo locks situated. They are a mechanical combo lock, so again, you're not going to have to worry about changing batteries. You don't have to worry about batteries ever dying, freezing, cold weather, anything like that. They're purely mechanical. And again, you can just easily walk up there. You can lock this door with a spin. You want to unlock it, you type in your code and spin it, and it works just, you know, like a keypad lock. But again, super cool upgrade. Each tack room is going to have that, so you can easily lock this trailer up, not have to worry about carrying keys with you, stuff like that. Underneath our nose, we do have our aluminum battery box mounted up here out of the way. RedArc system here is going to turn your truck into more of a rapid charger than a trickle charger. It will also tell you your light scenario, if you're getting 12 volt, if your brake system's hooked up correctly, stuff like that. So a cool product we started doing. You have your battery situated here, battery disconnect situated here. So again, you can kill all that power to the trailer. If you leave a, you know, stall fan on, a cab light on, something like that, you don't come out to dead batteries. If, as long as you remember to turn the switch to off when you're done for the day, done for traveling for the weekend, whatever it may be. That is lock and sealable, so again, you can lock that away. You don't have to worry about someone stealing a battery if you're leaving this somewhere. Electric over hydraulic jack is powering this trailer, again, powered by that battery. We will always do the overrideable jacks from Cimarron on these equalizers. When you order jacks from Equalizer, either, you know, through us, or if you're ordering your trailer from Cimarron, we're always going to give you the option to override it with a manual, just because, I mean, stuff happens. Might end up with a dead battery. Your battery goes bad after 10 years. We don't want you guys stranded at a fairground. You can just manually crank this jack up. You will have your handle situated out of the way over here. You can just hand crank this trailer up. It will slip right in there. You can crank up, you can crank down. Again, it's going to take some time as compared to, you know, using the hydraulic jack itself, but then that way you guys are never stranded. Spare tire mounted next to that. Again, that is that aluminum spoke wheel. Matching wheel and tire to the rest of the wheels and tires on the ground, so that way you have a flat, have a blowout. You're not worried about, you know, riding on a mismatched tire or steel wheel, something like that. You do have a matching set. Up here on our nose, this is the 2 5/16 B&W 25K coupler. We do have our breakaway cable, safety chains, user manuals on the QR code, so you guys always have it with you guys now. And then our 7-pin ran back to its housing back there. Something cool I want to show you guys before we jump into kind of our finale here. We do have 3 clearance lights on the nose of our trailers. It's something we started doing, you know, quite often. You know, it looks over the cab of your truck. They can see that you're hauling a trailer before they get beside you. It's a really cool look on these trailers, so that's something we can do as well. But again, this is a sold unit. This is a customer unit. Again, he's actually ordered 2 of these. This is his second twin. His wife loved the first one so much, she filled it up with her tack, and he got a second one for him. So the stock number for this is 5N251203 against a 2026 Cimarron 4-horse gooseneck. This is that dual tack walkthrough setup with some really cool add-ons. If you're interested in setting up a trailer like this, we have another one really dang close to this sitting right here that is available right now. Or if you want to custom build your dream trailer like these guys, feel free to give me a call. Again, my name's Tanner here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Phone number is 303-684-3409. Thanks for tuning in.